big Venge player, so not definitely in his alley, but it would have been amazing here. Somebody gets called, the swap comes out, and then just impossible to play. It would have been a great hero. The lane. Yeah, I really thought they would.
Oh, there was the Sonic Wave and tries to kill no one, and he's got a YOPAJ! Catching this Ember sleeping for a moment. He's not using his slate to dodge the Shadow Strike, so he's just sending in that Sonic Wave, flying in, but just trying to secure the bounty rune. He'll get it, but he will also die. Double kill for Mr. YOPAJ.
It's too good to pass out on, and you definitely need the farming item on this hero.
Do you, though? I'm just wondering, with all this fighting going on here, Axe, Quap, Flesh, they're all really low here. They do get the stuns to connect on the Ember. He's trying to clean these kills up. He's got one. He's gonna maybe get this Ogre killed too. Still getting slowed up. No one will get one as well. Ducalis did get a post-mortem kill because of the bonds. Link queued up next. So very tanky Axe for Davai Lama. Meanwhile, bottom, we are looking at Tomato getting roared, force out his ult.
They need the hook.
And they don't have TPs. They can't send anybody else here except for the Ogre at the moment. Axe is not willing to join this. Pudge tanking the tower, soaking up some hits, and Tomato's like, I wish my team had TPs. He'll get one, but he will still look like he's gonna go down to this Ember, just jumping right on top of him. No chance of survival. But the backup is arriving by foot, and YOPAJ is here, just without his ult. Ogre lives long enough for Ducalis to go down. Beast is tanking the tower. The Boar is there to slow him down, though, and the Bird also lands a nice little root there. They can't find the Beast teeping away, and no one's gotten a remnant for 10 seconds, except that one he had active was enough, and he survives the Shadow Strike damage to the Dormant Curio. I was lucky enough to have... Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. Golem is dropped on top of the Abba. He's got another borrowed time, but it looks like he's literally living on borrowed time here because they might not have the damage to get out. The roar's on the Leshrac, and Quap gets a Sonic Wave on a couple of heroes. They're going to be taking down this Beastmaster first, though. Abba makes his way away, and now onto the Warlock they go, but this Queen of Pain is dropping dangerously low, and Punch coming in from the other direction, trying to land a hook. YOPAJ is like, where do I go? Where's my way out of this one? Hellscream is dead. 2 seconds for another blink, but no siree. That is taken away from him, and Tomato returns back in, but oh, he might just die because of it!
Oh, that's a disaster.
Oh dear, that is quite a lot now given for no one on this Ember Spirit. No, don't end Carrie's career. Meanwhile, jumping on the Ember Spirit here, the Golem's dropped on top as well. The dunk doesn't go quite away on the first attempt, but the second will work out, cutting down no one's streak.
When they jump him, he's dead, and that was actually quite close to that not being the case.
Down in the bottom lane here, another call onto the Imp. Good save from 9 class with the hook. Doesn't get Beastmaster fully away from harm's way. Here comes the Queen of Pain as well, jumping again. Double roots coming out. The chain gang is there. No one trying to make as much damage as possible, and they dropped really low on the side of Shopify. They've lost 2 on Parivision. Still fighting it out. Axe getting shielded up by the Abba. Tomato trying to keep him alive for as long as possible. No one and Davai Lama both going down, and now it's going to be a fight with Satanic taking it on Tomato. Tomato goes down to the TA, but the TA's not going to have maybe not enough. The Queen of Pain will take him out. Hellscream will fall in the process to the TA, and they were considering, can they get that Ogre out of the way too? But because the Ember falls.
Got it.
And Axe blinks in, but a bit too late maybe. No response from Parivision instantly, but the roar hits in the river. It's on the Ogre. Skem survives for now. Hook comes out. Axe ain't getting away. 9 class. Well landed. Satanic will take the kill with the Satanic. And now onto the Ogre they go. No one cleans this one up. Tomato has the instant shield. Get himself back on the run. Look at top. Satanic. Dangerous position to be in, especially with that Lesh showing up. And now Axe goes in with the blink. Here comes YOPAJ. Follows up right on it. Sonic Wave landed on top, and the Diabolic will follow up the rest. They've got Satanic out of the way. Big kill for Shopify.
Yeah, especially
heal himself. He's got a range for the Glimmer. Hooks in. The canceled stun comes out. The call from Axe didn't connect onto the TA. Davai has to get out. All 5 heroes are on their way, and Abba is nowhere nearby. It's a 4v5 fight. Sonic Wave even used to try and zone him out, buy some time to get the hell out of there. Might be successful in the retreat. They just need to keep that Ember out. They're going to sack Leshrac for this one. Devi still considering, can we turn back? Can we get the Abba to join? But no. Hellscream is dead. Parivision bringing all 5 heroes for the counter.
He didn't really
The
even
next 2
care.
minutes, another action rune spawns, but it doesn't delete the old one because it's not on the rune spawn. Some food for thought. You could stack action runes. Meanwhile, Hook lands from 9 class on Devi Llama, as no one's going to be taking the fight in the front. We can jump away. Devi does get caught. There's a nasty little ancient prowler shaman. We know this thing used to give PTSD back in the day to all players. Hooking Abba in once again. 9 class has to wait a couple more seconds for another hook to be available. Wants to keep repositioning that Abba deeper and deeper, but he's feeling strong enough to take this fight. Big jump in onto the Ember this time around. They drop golems and fatal bombs and everything to take down no one, and now they need to try and reset this fight a little bit here, but Parivision is not getting the luxury of it. They're cleaning up the golem at the back. They're almost killing the Pudge in the front. And what is this TA doing? Satanic's basically tickling them at this point. He's just doing no damage on the side of Shopify and make that a 3rd kill. 2 cores and a support Pudge. Thank you. Yes, sir.
The atomization of Shopify is amazing. They understand that the cores of very fast smoke that can't catch them off guard.
And they're running right into each other's. Ooh, they tried to bail as well. The chains only connect on the Ogre, and the hook misses from 9 class. Van Axe gets to retaliate with the call on the Ember. Stuck in a stun, and
coming.
the sentry shows where he is. Quap taking hits from Satanic. This time around does a ton of damage. Burns the Aegis out. YOPAJ still has ult, but he doesn't want to use it right now. Trying to look for another opening. The Warlock Golem giving in the vision. He'll take the fight to the Golem, clean it up. And a nice burst of damage forces out the borrowed time. And now Abba's not feeling healthy at all. 9 class with the blink in the hook. Not enough cast range. Nobody to be found. Llama might get jumped on here. Hook from 9 class. Perfect timing. Now they just need to burn through him. Blade Mail up. Lotus Orb up. Soaking hits. The EA not taking too much damage right now. Abba comes to try and help him out. But it's a very minute effect that he has. And instead, they're on the run. Another set of chains available. Can they catch anybody else with it? Doesn't look like it. Pudge hook, though! But unfortunately, does have an ulti available. He needs to be able to blink out. They see something is up. Something's coming up. And Axe caught by the first chains. The hook comes out from 9 class. And there we go. It's full-on mayhem. Axe is down to half HP already. Satanic is getting blown up here. They got full focus on the TA. And he gets the BKB off, but he will not survive. They'll take him out. Satanic being dead, and look at Abba go. Tomato finally getting to dish out chunks of damage onto the Warlock. It's cleanup crew. Shopify take down 4 heroes. Tomato with the triple. Roshan secured, and Shop
away from him.
It's so weird actually looking at this magnifying monocle. While they found themselves a TA in the top lane, Satanic goes down. And they spotted no one's Ember Spirit too. Another call in 2 seconds. Axe, can he catch him for a second time? 2 seconds on the blink, 1 more. Looks like the Ember is going to be far enough to get out. Axe is still trying to keep tabs on him as there comes Tomato crossing away from the other side. And look at the slows. The Ember barely survives with a slate, but the Sonic Wave will finish him off, and the chase works out for Shopify. Hook connects onto the Axe, but they're not directly engaging on him, and now the TA buyback. Satanic, it's all in now. They get 1 kill.
This is when you're playing versus the Pudge, and oh, they got the Abaddon.
Oh boy, Aegis out. Is it just a bait? 3 more seconds for a hook. No dismember.
Upheaval.
Abba's just struggling to get out of this one. He just keeps
No
getting
ulti.
sent back in, and that's going to be a big kill for them, but a huge Sonic Wave! But who's dying? The calls of 9 class in the end will fall. YOPAJ will clean him up. 9 class buys back on the Pudge with a very aggressive blink in. Hooks on the other side. Blinks on the other side and hooks YOPAJ. But this Pudge alone, he needs a damage source, and Satanic is way too low right now. Can't get the side blade spill from those traps either. YOPAJ is wreaking havoc inside Parivision's base. Goes for Satanic. Here comes the ledge with the Diabolic Edict and Hellscream. He's gonna show those big hoofs and trample right on top of Parivision. TP's home in the middle of Tier 4 towers. And that pretty much is showing the last fights from Parivision here. Maybe with Ember they can clean up something. YOPAJ, He's feeling healthy. He's feeling good. Ember still has
Axe
to
is
beat KP.
coming.
Takes the Ogre down, but look at that damage from this Queen of Pain. Might just be enough. Axe is coming, and Sonic Wave not even needed for this kill. He'll throw it on the Warlock and force out the GG. Shopify Rebellion. That's NA, baby.
Not Shopify Rebellion. YOPAJ, man, what did he do to them in this game in that last fight as well? The Sonic Waves have been amazing, but boy oh boy did an Aghanim Scepter come into play. When heroes started dying, the amount of AoE damage was insane.
While Shopify, they've kind of protected all corners. Like if they engage, they initiate, they have Axe. What's Darkseer gonna do? Doesn't really want to vacuum one hero. It doesn't really want to wall. It's gonna be a bit annoying to deal with. Well, Axe is kind of surprised by 4 heroes here. Quick dispose grab on Axe, and it's going to be an easy first blood for no one. Just the thing you didn't want to leave for your opposing side's mid player is a first blood.
I think no one is deliberately trying to force YOPAJ to use as many of his raises early on when he doesn't have mana. Is DM just dead? He looks dead.
Right, looks like it.
That was unreal.
Returning in the favor.
I guess.
Also, the Hellbear is intervening here, so 9 class is committing heavily here onto the Bane. He does have a Fairy Fire, though, so this Bane's gonna be okay. And Marceau's said couriers. Nobody to be caught, and there we go. YOPAJ will find his first kill off of no one. See that we're trying to go for a kill on the Bane, but he's southed up, gonna get back to full HP again. Lifestealer's enjoying his farm. YOPAJ getting hunted down under the tower by no one's Ember. No one will pay quite a price there for this trade. Getting annoyed by this Satyr Mindstealer. Now, 2v1 in mid. They got the jump in with the pick-me-up and the dispose on the SF. He gets nice raises out. Blood Grenade comes out. The Nightmare swap too, and Ember just dies. YOPAJ will get the distance as Skem helps him out. 5 seconds for a dispose, but no such luck, no such timing. YOPAJ will hit his level 6 now. Get a double kill going.
But because Shopify were ready, because they knew of the dangers, they responded in time.
And now they're going to try the same thing at the top lane with the Marcy TPing in. The disposes again, and this time Davile Llama. This one works out a bit better for Parivision. It's like a 7-minute tower pretty much by the looks of it. Maybe even less. Marcy is here.
He can't stop this.
Bane got the Nightmare out. Ember is here. The regen is used. He's still getting that regeneration off, even if he's in combat with that new mechanic, and no one did as well. Tower dead. 2 heroes down. Oh, Shopify making it look like they are away. Bane TPing in. Nightmare out.
Sleep.
Into the Requiem towards the Shadow Fiend. Good night again. From Parivision, hoping to make a play happen. Leshrac walks into the Marcy and the Darkseer. Does get the Diabolic Edict off here, but with no backup.
You do have a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, they slowed their opponents down enough, right? So,
yep,
could be some sliver of truth to it. YOPAJ sending out the Requiem, but not enough to keep the Bane alive. And with his ulti down, Lifestealer now shows up too. No one is on the chase with his shield rune, running out in a moment. Tomato holding out on that rate. Nice body blocks from no one. Might need some backup still because there's a 3-second up for the chain. The Infest is there to dodge one. Yaz does actually get the Marcy down. The heal from Takalis doesn't come out in time. And now onto the Shadow Fiend trying to go for the TP home. YOPAJ, oh, they got him. The Centaur comes in with a stun.
Now this DA, once she gets the Deso, this Lifestealer is no longer going to be as untouchable as he was.
Almost getting the catch on the Lifestealer with the initial jump. Now they're TPing in, at least with the Lesh. Bringing in the Axe and the Bane. They're bringing in the numbers. Infest comes out. The Granite Golem popped. Marcy killed with the Fiend script. Ember already moved away, and Darkseer's got nowhere to go. He's panicking with that surge on. Where do I go? Where do I go? Spot the Lifestealer again. Good attempt on a kill here, and he's gone. Just like that.
The enemies to move towards the top lane.
Yeah, and even with the start the Shadow Fiend had to this game, this TA is still out of the hole. But in terms of farm, Marcy, Chen both coming out of the gate, and the whole Chen army coming through the gate as well. And here comes no one, has that 80 rune up for a couple more seconds, and then tearing them apart. They got Skem and Hellscream both falling, and Shadow Fiend doesn't quite get the Requiem off in time, and he finally gets it off, but it's a death for him. Triple for no one. Chasing the Llama. Lifestealer coming in as well, but Tomato only keeping a safe distance, knowing he cannot really help this Axe too much. Spawns a couple skeletons, but That's all he can really do here, and the Violama will go down. They jumped the Lifestealer too. Maybe no one didn't want to go in that much. The Radiance burns him down. Tomato will claim that 4-kill streak that he just picked up, but the Ion Shell burns him down. DM will get the kill for this one, and that's pretty much what, 4-5 heroes. They all died. That's a team wipe, yeah.
Pretty much.
Into a pretty good entry into the mid game. No one. They did not see each other's. Now they finally run into themselves. The chains come out. The call is there. Here comes Marcy, just moving away a little bit to a safer distance to avoid Axe's zone damage. We'll take down 9 class with it. Axe is very durable, very tanky, but Satanic stronger enough in terms of damage. We'll find a 1-for-2 trade. More series and also on our B stream, so might as well make sure that you're following at least on our Twitch, our Kick channel here with Fissure. As we're going to be fighting once again, !F into chat, and maybe that is to pay respects for Violama dropping in the arms of Parivision. Maybe Hellscream too. And he's battling it out, finds 9 class, hoping he'd find a free kill, but there's an Ember, there's a TA. That was never going to work out. Net worth sub 20 minutes.
Yeah, you need to do it once again. We don't trust it, but at least no one is getting blown up.
Still
She's
might
not done.
Be an opening for Parivision to reply. They've got Fiend Script, though they have to be careful of. Lifestealer hits the backline. Chen forces his ulti out. TA cannot blink for another 5 seconds, being though in a no man's land right now. So Scam will drop without getting the chance to use his Fiend Script. There will be the reply, despite them losing no one. Now the jump on TA. Satanic getting dumped, but nice save coming out from 9 class, moving into safety, but is it enough? It doesn't look like it. Aegis is down. Tomato retreating for now, but the slows are too much. The whole zoo is on top of him. A triple kill for Satanic. It's already level 18. 2 levels ahead of the Shadow Fiend and 3 ahead of the Lifestealer.
Speaking of, they found him and he's gone.
There goes YOPAJ indeed. Caught one would provide to them.
Smoke broken.
They can find first. Scam nuked by Satanic. Tomato rages away.
He needs an infest
9 class is looking for a jump in with the rebound, and there we go. They jump right on top of the Lifestealer inside the base, and they might be able to blow him up, but the Axe comes in with a call. Going to be buying some time, at least the infest comes out. They're deep in, but they will lose this Axe here.
Damage.
And maybe still leaving the Lifestealers to drop. No one is right there in the front line with the TA, even with the Requiem thrown out, but that just leaves the Shadow Fiend all by himself. He blinks out for the first attempt, and there's still the second one to go in. They find where the Shadow Fiend is, and YOPAJ, he will drop. That's another team wipe, and Parivision, they've come to play, so this is not going to be a 2-0 for Shopify Rebellion at this pace, because Parivision, everything is just working out. Yeah, that call doesn't quite connect on anything else except for the Dommy creep. Or not even a Dommy creep, just a Chen. Big creep right there. Lifestealer trying to force out that rage once again. They just jump the Bane instead. It's like, well, you might be protected from magic damage. Well, we're going to find everybody else and clean them up and take another set of kills. And that's going to be GG. 24 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a tie. Parivision will continue to get W's on the board. Shopify could have had an opening for a 2-0 here, but you're going to have to suffice with the draw this time around.
No one should have went with an easy mid after